Hey everybody, Julie here from Mostly Caffeinated. I had this idea quite a long time ago, and I'm just now getting around to filming it, but I wanted to do a tag video. I wanted to create one, and I'm calling it the Honest Mom tag. And the idea behind this is to kind of be really authentic and open with my audience, yours if you choose to do the tag video, about the realities of motherhood, not the pretty like Instagram version of mothering, but the real like nitty gritty about being a mom. And it also kind of lets you get to know me a little bit better because these are, I don't know, some questions and answers that are kind of more personal in nature. So I've got them written down in case you see me constantly looking over here. I will write the questions down below and I will tag a few people and then you feel free to do it yourself if you'd like to. So here we go. The first question in the Honest Mom tag is, how many kids did you always want and how's that working out for you? To be honest, my dream number of children did not exist. I didn't think I really wanted to have children when I was younger. For me, it was kind of an all or nothing thing. I either didn't want to have any kids or wanted to have a whole passel of kids. As far as how that's going, well, I have 2 little kids and we are hoping to adopt a few more and still have another one. So I guess I'm on my way to having a whole passel of children. Second question is, what is your secret hideout and what are you doing there? My secret hideout is one of 2 places. The bathroom. And what I'm doing in there is probably filing my nails or something, but watching YouTube videos at the same time. Or my bedroom. And what I'm doing in there is sitting in bed reading a book and eating something. Like M&Ms or chips. Thing my kids aren't supposed to be eating. 3. Would you rather take the kids to the grocery store by yourself or scrub the kitchen floor on your hands and knees? Scrub the kitchen floor. As much as I don't like crawling around and scrubbing, my kids are unpredictable in the grocery store. Sometimes they're really good and sometimes they pitch a holy righteous fit the entire time. And that is very stressful. Public parenting really stresses me out. So I'd rather be alone in my kitchen scrubbing the floor than parenting in public. Next one. What is your proudest mothering moment to date? I wrote these questions, without specific answers in mind. I'm kind of answering just like everybody else. But my proudest mothering moment is probably times when my kids are very polite, to each other, or times when I can hear their self-talk being things that I've said that were positive. Sometimes they'll try to comfort each other if one of them is sad, or they'll try to help somebody out. And the phrases that they use while they're doing that are things I have said. And I really like that because sometimes I hear them say negative things that I've said. But that's probably my proudest moment. Okay, here's one. It's kind of a fill in the blank. For the sake of my children, I have given up blank. For the sake of my children, I have given up my natural circadian rhythms. I have always been like a night owl. I would stay up until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning doing homework in college or, cleaning my house or whatever. And I wouldn't get up until 8 or 9 in the morning. And that is not my children's schedule at all. My children keep getting up earlier and earlier and earlier in the morning. So now I'm on more like a 9:30 to 5 sleep schedule, which is not great. It's not ideal. I don't feel fantastic, but that's what I've given up for my kids. Were your kids all planned or were some of them surprises? Well, let's say when I began having kids, it was a surprise. My first pregnancy actually ended in a very early miscarriage, but that was a complete surprise. We were not intending to have children at that point in our life. And once we experienced that, it seemed like the right time. So after that, we intentionally got pregnant with our first child. And then a year and a half later, intentionally got pregnant with our second child because we wanted them to be 2 years apart. And that's what happened. Now our third child is coming to us through the foster care system, so I guess that's intentional, but kind of exactly when they come here and how old they are and all those things is a surprise. So, next question. What has been the lowest moment so far in your mothering? Lowest moment. I think there are two, and they're pretty well tied. One would be actually just a few weeks ago. My husband was home on summer break, and I was scolding the kids for something, and he looks at me and says, you yell a lot. And it's not that him saying that was the lowest moment of my motherhood, but that kind of launched me into a little bit of a mothering existential quandary. And I made a declaration that I was fed up with the behavior that was going on. I was unable to act calmly anymore, and I was taking the rest of the day off. And that's what I did. I literally did not interact with the children or my husband. I did not do any of the disciplining. I did not do any of the cleaning up after. I did not do any of the potty training. I did chores by myself on the other side of the house for the entire rest of the day. And I mean, that worked, I guess. I felt a lot better in the morning. I had kind of calmed down and thought through, the things I needed to work through. But the whole day, I just felt rotten. I really had a moment of, I stink at parenting. This is not going the way I imagined. How could I possibly improve? They all think I yell too much. Oh my goodness, I never meant to be a yelling parent. So that was a low moment. And the other one, this was entirely hormonal, I'm sure. My other low moment as a parent would be precisely 2 weeks after my first son was born. He was not an eater. He was very small, not at birth, but he lost his, first couple days weight, and he didn't gain it back, and he wasn't eating properly, and my milk supply tanked, and it was this whole thing. And then the lactation consultant tried to get me to, try different things. I did nipple shields. I had a supplemental nursing system. We did formula in bottles. We did all this stuff. And at 2 weeks, it was I had tried 17 different things to try to fix this issue that I thought was my problem. And it wasn't working, and he wasn't eating, and we were up in the middle of the night, pretty much all night, and he was just screaming and hungry. And I didn't know what to do because I tried everything, and it was ridiculous. And it was also a 2-week hormone crash situation. And I was just sitting in his room, crying hysterically at 2 o'clock in the morning, holding a screaming baby, crying hysterically. And this went on for a long time. A lot of the night was just hysterical. Not quietly sobbing over my baby. No. Hysterical, loud, ugly sobbing, crying. It just went on and on and on until I think I had nothing left. And we both just fell asleep in the chair. Truth. Okay. Question number 7. What is your favorite birth story of your current children? I guess my second. I mean, I don't have exciting, crazy, wild birth stories, but my second child was born in a birth center with a staff that I really loved in a very beautiful space. It was very calm and quiet and non-medicinal and wonderful. And then, because it's a birth center, it's more it's a very homey environment. After he was born, we literally got put in bed, a real bed, an actual bed with an actual mattress. It was actually comfortable. And we all just took a nap, and then my husband went and bought breakfast food from a grocery store, and we had brunch together in our room, just the three of us. And it was lovely. It was like being in a hotel. It was great. And I had my son in the morning at 6:30 in the morning. And so because we got to stay 24 hours, I was there the whole day, overnight, and a lot of the next morning as well. So it was just a really great time. Number 9. Did I say that was 7? Because that was 8. Good thing I'm typing them down below. Number 9. What is a quality of yourself that you see in each of your children? Good or bad, whatever. One quality you see of yourself in your children. My oldest son, a quality that I see in him is a inclination towards like words and reading and writing more so than other activities. He prefers to work with letters, to learn to write letters, to learn to read, very kind of academic pursuits. He likes to learn about geography and things like that more than he enjoys like rough and tumble sports types of things. My second son, my youngest, he's very kind of silly, goofy, crazy. Like, he jumps and runs and he's loud and he laughs easily and loudly and he like makes crazy noises. And that's kind of the other side of me, is the like, I was a rambunctious child. I was the kid who was always running in the house, and like it literally made my mom's baked goods fail because I would jump when the bread was rising, or I was running and the angel food cake fell down. Like, that was me. And that's my youngest son. And number 10 is, what is something parenting related you thought you'd never do? One of those things you judged other moms for. You were never going to be that mom. The thing that comes to mind the quickest is saying, because I said so. I said I would never say that. Kids don't operate well without reasons. I will always tell my kids the reasons for the rules, the reasons for why I'm saying what I'm saying. And if I don't have a good reason, then obviously it's not a good rule. Well, lo and behold, what flies out of my mouth but because I told you so. And usually it's not because honestly there is no reason. It's because the reason is too complicated or too abstract to explain to a toddler, and it needs to be done right now. It's like something that I really can't articulate to a 3-year-old quickly, and it needs to be done quickly. It doesn't work. I was correct. He does not do the things that I tell him when I say because I told you so. But there it is, something I always thought I would never say. So if you'd like to do this tag, even if I don't tag you personally, you go right ahead. As long as you link me in the description box, that is perfectly fine. I will type the questions down below for you. To add kind of another layer to the Honest Mom tag, it would be great if you completed your tag video in like a natural state, makeup free. I think that's important to honesty and motherhood, to kind of pulling back the veil of social media. This is what I look like. Okay, my hair is fuzzy today. I've got a breakout happening. I'm not wearing makeup. This is what I look like. This is the normal state of my house. I've got mess back there, mess up there, mess up there. That would just add another layer to the Honest Mom tag. So if you'd like to do it, please do complete it and link me in your description box. As far as tags, I would like to tag Jaimie Kight, which, she's a lot bigger YouTube than I am. So maybe she'll see this, maybe she won't. But I think her answers would be great. I would like to tag ModernHauswife, who is kind of becoming a YouTube friend of mine. I really enjoy her videos, and I think she'd have some good answers to these too. Plus, she has a lot of kids, so she'd have a lot of things to say. Another subscriber of mine, Cook with 5 Kids, and it would be great to have answer these questions. And of course, just if you feel like doing it, if you're watching me and I don't know about you because you don't have your subscriptions public, or if you want to like forward this along to anybody you'd like to see do it, that would be great. Leave me a comment down below if you've done it, if you want to talk about any of my answers, if you'd like to be tagged or tag somebody, whatever. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you around.